Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. So, up on the clock it this week, we have just a couple things, but they are some bigger things, I guess you could say. So, the
Definitely.
very first one is going to be, of course, as always, our account updates. And so, we'll be talking about the progression on our account, videos that we've made, as well as potentially like clan updates and stuff like that. So that's going to be the first thing that we're going to be going over.
hmm
Pretty exciting. I think we got a lot done this week. And along with that, we also have the new Kingdom Divided quest.
Yes, that's the big boy.
Yeah, so we've been hyping it up for quite some time, and it finally came out this morning. And I finished it, and I think Michelle's in the process of finishing it
Yeah, I
right
was
now.
working on it and then I stopped so we could record and I'll continue after.
Yeah, spoiler alert, it's a very long quest. So
Yes.
there are going to be spoilers for some of the quest later on in the podcast. So
Not a spoiler free episode, that's for
yeah,
sure.
not spoiler free. Michelle hasn't finished it, so I'm not going to try and include all of the spoilers that I would want to normally, but
hmm
just a few potentially. But we'll say when we get there that there's potentially spoilers. So,
We should also add to the docket the range changes.
oh
We
yeah,
made a
the
whole video about it.
Yeah, there's actually a ton of changes. So we're going to be going over all of them. I have the patch notes here. There's a ton of changes, an entire new spell book, and all of that is in the update and everything like that. So we're gonna talk about everything.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the majority of it. If we have any extra time, we'll do questions and stuff like that, but I doubt we will. So don't look forward to that. But before we jump into the first thing, though, Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Nothing really exciting's happened this week. I've just been doing shooting stars. I got like 13k Stardust this week. I also made a shooting star video actually, jumping into my video part, so that will hopefully be coming out soon. I now have 4 videos sitting on the drive
Yeah.
for Rob to edit.
I know, I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Yeah, but so yeah, I did 5 hours of shooting stars as just like a money maker and seeing how much, yeah, just seeing how much money you can make from getting like the gym bags.
Yeah.
And
Did you get an uncut onyx?
I got 7.
Oh, wow,
I
dude.
know, right? Pretty crazy. But I'm lying, by the way. So I did that moneymaker, and after I got rid of all of that Stardust, I've just been doing shooting stars anyways to get my mining up. It's kind of slow, but I like it because it's a change of scenery. I don't like power mining, even though it's faster for me, because it's so boring. I
Yeah.
can't stand it.
Yeah, power mining is probably one of the most boring things in the game because you don't move and you have to continually drop stuff from your inventory. So not only is it boring, but it's also tedious.
Yeah.
It's a rare combination.
Like right now, I missed the shooting star, like this wave. And instead of going in like power mining or something, I'm just doing the gem mine in Karamja because at least it's more fun than power
At
mining.
least you get to walk. Yeah, at least you get to walk around.
I
It's
get to
really,
move.
it's really bad experience, but it's actually really good money.
It's a really good pet chance too, supposedly.
Oh, well, yeah.
So hopefully, probably gonna get the rock golem pet while we're sitting here.
Yeah, probably.
And yeah, other than that, so the reason I'm trying to get my mining up right now, I should say, I was at like 78 last week. I was trying to get up to 80 so I could boost to 85 for a clue scroll, which I was able to do. So that's another video waiting in the queue.
Nice.
And then I was also going to start my Wilderness Elite Diaries. I only have 2 things left. I've just kind of been doing it whenever I was able to beforehand. But now I'm like actively working on it, and I need 85 mining to like mine a Runite Golem in the resource area in the wilderness.
Yep.
So I was trying to do that at 80, and I wasn't really able to boost because it's obviously hard to boost 5 with the spicy stews. So I got to 81 now, and yesterday I like had a full inventory, and it takes so long to kill these golems, dude, because
Yeah.
I don't bring like any gear. I just brought like a dragon pickaxe and a berserker because I don't want to get hit and die and lose anything expensive.
Yep.
And so I just had like a full inventory of stews and super restores, and I finally killed this one, and I was able to boost to get to 85, and I started hitting him, and then he respawned. So I wasn't even able to get the ore.
Yeah, maybe you should kill him in like a more secluded area, if possible.
No, that I'm getting to that part.
Okay.
That's not what I mean. so you have to mine the golem's head,
Yeah.
and the head only stays there for 1 minute.
Oh, so the
So
head
if you have to,
despawned.
yeah, the head despawned and the monster respawned like back to life. You
Okay.
have 1 minute to mine his head, and obviously it could take a really long time to mine Runite.
Yikes. I didn't think it
So,
would take a minute.
well, I spent like 30 seconds probably boosting and restoring and boosting and
Oh,
restoring.
okay.
And then after that happened, I was like fighting him again, and a PKer came, and I was not able to log out because it had been less than 10 seconds since I was in combat. So I just
Yeah.
like ate all my stews and stuff and tried to drink all my potions so that whenever they got my drops, they got nothing. So they got like a knife, 2 doses of a super restore, and a bunch of brown spice.
Big money, dude.
Yeah. And I had some strong words to say about them that I will not repeat here.
Yeah, like probably a good idea.
Yeah. That's like all I've been doing all week. It's been a pretty boring week, really.
Honestly, it takes so long, but that sounds so like tedious. I would probably rather just like get to 84 and then
I think once I get
like
to
boost at that.
83, I could boost with like a drink or something.
I know, but it only
So-
lasts for so long, so it's like
Well, if I get to 82, actually, I could use my dragon pickaxe to boost to 85.
oh yeah, I forgot
So
about
if
the
I get
dragon
up to 82, I could do that.
Yeah, then you won't have to bring anything.
Yeah, but obviously, if it doesn't work within that minute again,
Yeah.
it's just annoying trying to boost in the wilderness, especially because you don't have much time and everyone comes and kills you, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, so I worked on the video for the shooting stars, and then I also finished up my video that I mentioned about clue scrolls. So it's me opening up loot from all the different kinds of clue scrolls.
Yeah.
And
That was pretty interesting. You got a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
hope
mimics,
so.
huh?
I think I got 2 mimics in it. If
That's
not
actually
in
really
it,
lucky.
if not in it, I think I got 1 mimic, and then I got like a clue scroll while making the video, and I did it after the video and had another mimic.
Yeah.
Did not get any of like the third
Age
page
or
from
anything
the
like
mimic.
that.
Just gonna tell you all that now. That
No,
didn't
but
happen.
she got 7 gilded pieces.
No, I didn't.
I know, imagine though.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
No, yeah, imagine.
But imagine.
Would imagine.
Yeah, how have you been?
Pretty good. So I have not been mining. Actually, I kind of have.
You're literally mining currently.
Yeah, I got 1.5 levels, so that was kind of cool. But
What's your mining at?
my mining is at currently 75. It was at 74, like at the very beginning of 74, and I've gotten quite a bit of experience. So I guess I have AFK'd here for quite some time. I do it at the Motherlode mine. I don't do it at stars like her.
I can't stand the motherlode mine. After I got my prospector, I was out.
Yeah, I still need 2 more pieces to finish my prospector outfit, and that's the main reason I'm here. So I can do that, and then I can finally finish the Falador Hards, so I can go kill the mole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. I guess another exciting thing is there's like a lot of drama with me and my computer recently. We have like a love-hate relationship
I like
now.
the word drama to describe this.
Yeah, so I like had bought a new hard drive for my computer. I went and installed it, and my computer decided that it hated me and decided to like continually blue
Started some
screen.
drama.
It did. I couldn't log in or anything like that. I couldn't even start my computer really, and so I had to wipe all of our old footage. I had to wipe the hard drive, which had all of our old footage. I had to reinstall everything.
Yeah. And you
And-
were like an hour into making a new video too, and you lost that footage.
Yeah, I was 2 hours into making a Chinchampa's video, and all of that's gone. So I need to start that again, which is unfortunate. So a lot of time lost, real waste of time. But one thing that's really cool is I had done a single round of Winter Tot before.
Oh.
Yeah, you forgot about this, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I had done a single round of Winter Tot before I logged off, and this whole drama started with the computer busting. So I logged on after this day of just monotony and like re-downloading everything.
It was like 6 hours of this.
It was at least 6 hours. By the time I finally re-logged onto RuneScape and downloaded everything, it was probably like 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah, he was just
And-
watching anime trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, and then I finally finished everything, logged on, and like was about to like have my character log out because I was being AFK for too long, and then instead of clicking somewhere for my character to move, I actually clicked on a pet, and turns out that I actually got the winter top pet
I hate you so
in
much.
that very last run that I did.
I'm very bitter about it if you can't tell by my tone. Whenever he's like, oh, you forgot, and I was like,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So I think I have a really low KC. It's like 130 or something like that, 150. And I got the pet on the last one. I didn't even know that I got him. I noticed I got like Salpeter. I guess that's how you pronounce it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I dropped the Salpeter on the ground and logged off. I didn't even notice I got the pet until an entire day later.
I'm still at 0 pets. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I have Vorky and the Phoenix now, so that's pretty exciting.
You know, my farming is technically level 107 now. And
That's
still no
cool.
Tangleroot. Your
Yeah.
smile looked so rude. He smiled. He's like, that's cool.
That's cool. That's a really high level. Congratulations.
Okay.
But yeah, besides that, I finished a video yesterday on the potential range changes. If you don't know, they're planning on adding a new bow to the game. And they nerfed that, and they're also planning on implementing some new stuff. And there's also pole changes, so if you care at all about ranged gear, you might want to check that out.
Yeah, you have some options as to what like the new bow is gonna look like too that you could pick and choose.
Yeah, the new bow is actually going to look really cool. I think no matter what they pick, it's going to look pretty interesting to say the least. So I'd recommend going and choosing that. Also, speaking of like voting, it's kind of out of order, but we did finally obviously get the new login screen.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the one that Michelle actually voted for. It's the blue and orange one, kind of like underground Corinne style looking.
Yeah, he forgot to vote for it.
Yeah, I did.
Whenever he saw, he was like, the one we voted for. And I was like, you voted for it too? And he's like, no, I didn't vote.
Yeah.
Why would you say that then?
It's funny because I cover almost every poll, or at least obviously on this podcast, and I always like often forget to vote on them for some reason.
Oh, me too. That entire time, we like several episodes ago, there was like some survey that was long and we were encouraging everyone to do it. And I totally forgot to do it.
Yeah, I actually did that survey. It was
You
funny.
did one thing.
Yeah, I did one thing. All the other ones I definitely didn't. So that's pretty cool. I got the pet, and what else did I do? I finished a video on the range stuff, and there's a video actually coming out today that we're recording this, which is on Wednesday. So yeah, yesterday for everyone else. You can check the I think we have a link tree, so you can check the YouTube link there if you don't watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, if you follow us on Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, or
Just
if you
check it out there.
like listen to us on Spotify, I'm sure you'll be able to get to us somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I also put out another video today on, what was it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness.
Something about the range changes?
It's about
Or a
the
poll.
client features.
Oh, I already forgot about this.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of client features coming. So if you use RuneLight or OS Buddy as a third-party client, then they're actually bringing a lot of client features from those third-party clients to the main game client, and that includes mobile. So that's pretty exciting
That's
for
very
anyone
exciting.
that likes to just hang out on the couch and play the game on mobile. So I made a video about that, and that should be coming out today.
Cool.
Yeah, besides that, I've just been doing Alk-Agility for the new video and just hanging out.
What's
in
your goal
stream.
for that one? 5 hours of Alk-Agility or something?
I'm working on 10 hours of Alk-Agility,
Yowzers.
and I have another 6 hours to go.
Oh, wow. You've actually done a lot.
Yeah, I actually have 6 hours and 1 second left.
In 1 second.
Yeah, I have the timer
Nice.
literally on right now.
Oh, I didn't know there was a RuneLight timer, and that's cool.
Yeah, so it sucks because sometimes I'll forget to actually stop the timer, and then it'll become pointless, but you know, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. So you have anything else to share? I don't think I do.
No, I've done nothing this week.
Nice.
I really wanted to get the one thing done in the diary so I could talk about that. So I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't finish it last night. I'm really annoyed that PK.
Yeah.
That was
that's
frustrating.
really annoying. I hate the wilderness. But
I know, it sucks. 'Cause I was like, why am I even out here? And I was like, it's a wilderness diary. I
yeah.
only have 2 more things and then I'm all done with the elite. Just that one. I also have to boost my smithing, but I think I could drink something for that. And then I also have to kill like 3 bosses.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be annoying too.
All right, so that's gonna be about it. Also, I guess one last thing we should mention is this currently, while we are recording this, is being live streamed to our Twitch. So
Hmm.
we actually had quite a few people stop by the stream today. So shout out to all of them.
Hello,
And
everyone. You
hello,
can't
everyone.
actually see me in the live stream either, which is great.
Yeah, we're gonna improve the video camera
Situation.
situation because yeah, definitely could use some work. But
Yeah, because there's a bunch of like random stuff all over the floor behind me, so we don't want to move it to point at me. So it's just kind of like Rob's talking to himself while
yeah, it's
I'm
like
sitting right out of the camera's view.
yeah, so it's kind of like a meme where we only want to show like the one nice part of the room, which is where the camera is. So until we can fix that, we'll probably just continue to look like this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So with that, I guess we can move on to the update, a really big update. Obviously, we've been talking about it for weeks, so a lot of build up going on for that. And it's going to
Months.
be, yeah, literally months, a kingdom divided. So it's the 150th quest, excuse me. So it is very old because this quest actually was made in 2017, but it's taken them this long to actually make the quest in the game.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so
I did think it was interesting because like one part of the quest, I went and like checked the farming guild for something, and I had to talk to these like soldiers outside the farming guild, and I'd always wondered what they were there for. And I was like, wow, were they only here to like for one conversation during this quest, and they've just been here for years for that?
I mean potentially.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever talked to them before.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Could just be tripping, and I have.
the quest came out, of course, and there's a lot of other stuff that we're going to be covering. But just so you know, if you were experiencing some login issues, everyone was. So that was early this morning, so it should be fixed by now.
Oh, I thought you meant last week's login issues.
No, so it says
That was
at
also annoying.
like not too long after the update came out, there's like a lot of people couldn't log in, so that was kind of annoying. But it should be fixed by now, so it's not a
Yeah, I
big
was
deal anymore.
sleeping through that.
Yeah, rest in peace. They also, for the quest, they have a lot of backstory on it. We're not going to be going over literally all of that. So if you want to check out all of the patch notes, as always, it's going to be in the description of the YouTube video. So you can head on over there and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, it kind of goes through the quest and the background, saying like there's a dark power gathering and like there's a guy protesting because he thinks the council members in Corinth are corrupt, and there's an entire trailer. We've covered pretty much all of this in
Yeah, we have.
previous weeks, so feel free to go check it out. I guess one last time, I'll tell you the requirements and stuff like that. You can check this out in game, but you really only need the highest skill you need is 54 agility. There's no combat requirements, and the reward is 2 quest points, 10k XP lamp, and access to the new Arceus spells. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely want access to those spells.
Yeah. And it says your Cardist Memoirs gets changed into the Book of the Dead, which gives you 6
Oh,
magic attack and 3 prayer bonus when equipped.
that's super cool, but you could still use it to teleport, yeah?
Yeah,
Awesome. I like
yeah,
that.
it's pretty cool. Overall, I really liked the quest. I honestly think they hyped it up too much because I was kind of like let down. I think the quest was overly long and overly complicated. It wasn't particularly difficult. It did have a pretty cool story, but I wasn't like blown away. Like it wasn't like a Monkey Madness 2 style or like a Sins of the Father, which I think had a lot less hype for them. I think mainly this one is hyped up because it was the 150th quest.
Well, also, after he was all done with it, I haven't finished it, and I'll talk more about that soon. After he was all done, he was theorizing that could be a lead up to
Oh,
another quest potentially.
yeah, we should probably do spoiler alerts at this point right now.
So, spoiler.
Yeah, I guess kind of spoiler alerts a minute
It's
ago,
just a conspiracy theory. It's
but
not even a spoiler.
well, it definitely is a spoiler
Oh,
in a minute.
I don't know what happened yet.
Yeah, so at the very end of the quest, this is kind of a spoiler for Michelle, but hopefully you
I'm
don't hate
just
me.
gonna zone out and stare at my gems. You
Y-
tell them. Tell me when I can pay attention again.
Yeah, so there's like this lady that you meet, and they say she is from the southern continent, and she's like the queen of there, and you meet her, or you don't necessarily meet her, but she meets the king and stuff like that. And So I'm theorizing that that is their introduction to a new continent, possibly, that is going to be to the south of Corinne and Kebos. Because currently, right now, it's just a black square.
Oh, I thought that there was something there.
No, like go look at it right now. It's just if you go look at Corinne and go to the south of the Corinne continent, it is just a black square.
Oh, they're expanding the map, hopefully.
Yeah, so I think it'd be really cool if they expanded the map. I'm gonna be oh sick. Oh, actually, also on top of what we were just saying, someone in chat, shout out to Prestige. They said that it could potentially be under the Cox raid. There's an entrance made, but it is currently blocked. So potentially there's going to be access to a new continent in the future, and maybe that's why Jagex has been hyping up this quest so much.
Could be why it took them 4 years. Maybe we're not going to have to wait long.
It could be. Maybe they've just been waiting to introduce this new continent, and that's why they're hyping it up so much. Yeah,
That'd be
essentially
sick.
what I was saying. I kind of just repeated myself, but rest in peace.
Whatever.
Um,
That's all we do every week on here.
yeah. Either way, that's the end of the spoiler potentially. So, that's my theory
I
then.
don't know how anyone will know, but yeah.
Yeah. Either way. So, yeah, I guess that's about it for the quest though. There's not a ton to cover. The quest came out. I did it. It took me 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think roughly 2 hours. But I did it with only the wiki guide. If you do it on a video guide, I think you can do it in easily around an hour.
Yeah, I was trying to do it without any guides, but I was getting annoyed, and I started reading some stuff on Wiki because it
Yeah.
was frustrating me because I was like, I don't know how to read riddles.
Yeah, exactly. I would highly recommend following a guide because it is not just, and I don't just think this, other people in our clan also think that this quest has some of the most teleport requirements out of any quest in the game. I think I teleported to places using Zarek's talisman at least a dozen times.
Jeez.
And I also used like 10 plus charges from my Cardist memoirs. So a lot of moving around when it comes to this quest. So it's kind of unfortunate if you don't have a Zarek's talisman. That's just a big yikes, you know?
I don't think you can even do this quest if you don't. You have to have the Architectural Alliance done,
You do,
which
but
gives you the Xerix Talisman.
oh, it does?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I got mine from the Lizardman, so I don't even know where else you would get it.
I don't know. I haven't, and I've only done the Lizardman Shaman once.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, there you go. Either way, yeah, you need to have Architectural Alliance done. It doesn't have any combat requirements, but I would recommend, I don't know, like knowing the fights because some of the fights are pretty intimidating for lower level players. I could see
Yeah,
that.
the first one was a demon, and I only had 4 food with me, and I used all of my food, and at the end, I only had 22 health left. I thought I was gonna die
Yeah, I
because he
think
sends these wave things that you have to kind of like stand in empty space, and I stood in the wrong space one too many times and almost died.
yeah, he sends out like waves of fire, very similar to like Galvic from Dragon Slayer 2 if you've done that. Um, yeah, for instance, I didn't have too much trouble because I kind of knew what to expect, and I'm like 115 combat. So I feel like if you were under 90 combat, you probably struggle with the fight
I
unless you were
agree.
really good with
I was
movement.
struggling a little bit. I'm 115 combat.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you are really good at movement, I think you'll be okay. But if you struggle with that, then it's gonna be a hard fight for you.
Yeah, just bring food.
Yeah,
Bring
and
more than 4 Karam ones.
the second boss also
Haven't gotten there
Michelle
yet.
hasn't gotten there yet, but the second boss is also fairly difficult, and there are mechanics similar to Vorkath, the undead dragon in Dragon Slayer 2 as well.
Mhm.
My only what's it called? My only like point of advice would be to turn on walk and not sprint because that'll allow you to outmaneuver the hands that he sends out after you.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna watch a video on that whenever I do it.
yeah, I would highly recommend it because I almost died and I brought 4 pieces of food. So yeah, you kind of just have to go in there knowing what you're doing. If you, especially if you're a lower level, I kind of yellowed it, but I also
Would
had,
not recommend.
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. And I had a little bit of an idea going into it. So
Okay. Also, I wanted to let everyone know I looked it up, and the Xerix Talisman is not finishing Architectural Alliance. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe it's just because you could teleport everywhere.
Yeah.
And you can get it from the Lizardmen, Brutes, and Shamans.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I got from Lizardmen. And I think I didn't want to do Lizardmen, so I went to the Brutes or the Shamans instead.
Oh, no. Yeah, Lizardman Shamans are the ones that I killed.
Oh.
You probably killed the Brutes because the Brutes are melee. They're a lot easier.
Yeah, I did whichever was the easiest, I remember. And I think it says that the kill drop is...
It's a pretty high chance. It's like...
No, it says it's a rare drop. I don't remember who I did, but I don't think I had to do many, whichever kind I did. It doesn't say what exactly it is right here.
It doesn't say the drop chance?
Like 1 out of 250-ish.
Oh, 1 out of 250, okay. That's not that bad.
I think I did the Lizardman Brute, actually.
Yeah, that's not too bad at all. So, yeah, I would actually highly recommend getting the Xeric's Talisman and buying some Lizardman Fangs, because getting around Zaya without it is
impossible.
Honestly a real pain. And you're just going to have to use a ton of Cardist Memoirs if you don't have it.
Which you'll have to then go and recharge.
Exactly. So if I didn't have it mounted in my house, I would have been upset doing this quest.
Yeah, I have it mounted in my house as well. Makes it a lot better.
It does. Gives you unlimited charges. So, as far as the quest goes, though, like I said, I liked it overall, but it was kind of underwhelming with how much they hyped it up. So, that's gonna be about it.
That makes me less excited to finish it, but all right.
I think the story part was really good.
Yeah. And just the running around's annoying.
Yeah, the running around is like, kind of lame. Also, I did think the second boss was really cool, though.
Okay, so, well, I'm excited for that. But I don't like boss fights, so that's probably not going to be as fun for me as it was for you.
Yeah. But either way, so I guess we can move on from that onto the Arceus, or Arceus, however you want to say it, spell rework.
Okay.
So there's a ton of new spells in the Arceus spell book, and I'm going to be probably making a video on it, so you guys can check it out there.
Give them a quick little rundown for now.
Yeah, a quick little rundown is they added all new reanimation spells. So I think before you had to like reanimate like certain heads, like dragon heads.
You had to do like specific spells per head. There was just a million spells.
Yeah, there's like a million reanimate spells for like Aviancy heads, dragon heads,
Bloodbud, Velds, whatever, Dagonoth.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one spell per head, which was just really annoying.
Yeah, so it was a real pain. Now they've made it more of a collective, so you can do all abyssal creatures, dragons, and aviancies with a single spell, so it's just a lot easier to do. And then also, of course, they have all of the teleport spells that you would come to expect. Another spell that's actually pretty cool is the grasp spells. So these spells, what they do is they have a 50% chance, or up to 50% chance, to stop the enemy from moving for 4 cycles. So that's pretty cool. I can see that being used in PvP.
I thought by the name that it was going to be like a telegraph situation.
No.
Not close at all.
It's more of like Tangle, but it also has a max hit of 24 with the highest level spell. So it could actually be a really good spell. And there's ways to buff how much damage and how long it, or the chance of it stopping you as well.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Another spell, the Demon Bane spell. So this only works against demons, who would have thought, but it does a huge amount of damage. It does 30 as a max hit, and there's ways to buff that as well.
Naturally.
Yeah. There's also this very interesting new PvP spell. It's called Corruption.
Does it have to be PvP?
Yes, it has to be PvP, because it only works by draining enemies' prayers.
Oh, the Calphite Queen prays, yeah?
She prays, but she doesn't have a prayer bar.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, Greater Corruption, what it does is it has a 66% chance to inflict corruption on your target with your next damaging hit. So it's a buff. So you buff yourself, and then when you hit them, it applies corruption. And it says exactly here what corruption does. So it says when the player is corrupted, they'll start to lose prayer points over a short amount of time after 10 cycles. 1 player point is drained, and then another 10 cycles, another prayer point is drained, up to it says this is a new type of damage, and it will be reflected with new hit splat icons. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
That's weird. I mean, I'll never use that because it's PvP though.
Yeah, so that's going to be about it for Greater Corruption. It's pretty cool. It can drain enemies' prayers, but the thing is, it doesn't stack. So if you are using it in PvP, then yeah, potentially be aware of that. Also, we got a tip from someone in chat, Prestige, shout out. He said that, or they said that
Oh, so
potentially
presumptuous.
while fighting the second boss in the Kingdom Divided quest, you fight a spirit, and that spirit could potentially be applying corruption on you. So watch out for getting your prayer drained on the second boss fight. Make sure to bring a potion to avoid that,
Kind of nervous for that now.
and plenty of food. So moving on to the next spell, it's going to be the Resurrect spell. So in order to use this spell at all, you need the Book of the Dead, which you get from finishing the Kingdom Divided quest.
So you have to be done with the quest.
You have to
get
be done
in.
with the
Okay.
quest. So this allows you to resurrect a something, either a skeleton or a zombie or a ghost, depending on what rank you have. And this is going to deal melee damage to enemies. Essentially, you're summoning like a companion to go around with you, and they'll remain
Oh.
alive for one cycle for every magic level the player has at the time.
And they go and help you fight?
Yeah, they go and help
It's
you
actually
fight.
pretty sick.
Yeah, it's really cool. They don't have really high max hits. For instance, the highest spell that you can do is a Greater Zombie, and this what's it called? Again, he stays alive based on how high your magic is, and their max hit is 3. So not very.
I mean, I guess it's better than 0, but
Yeah, exactly.
not insane by any means.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be there as an assistant and not something to really lean on as far as damage goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next spells, they're actually pretty important because they improve the previous spells that we were talking about. So Mark of Darkness, this ability is going to improve your chances of applying corruption, improve the damage and chance of entangling using the grasping spells, increases the damage with Demon Bane, and increases the accuracy with Demon Bane. So if you plan on using any of those spells, you might want to take a look at combining it with Mark of Darkness.
It's pretty significant, actually.
Yeah, it actually is really significant. It doubles the chance to entangle using the grasping spells, for example. So
it's kind of just like a boost, like a piety and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Which is really funny. There's a lot of like combination prayers and spells going on. So
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Another spell is going to be the Ward of Arceus, and this is going to pretty much negate all of those spells that we just talked about.
Great.
So a lot of PvP nuance going on here. So that's going to be interesting to see in the PvP community, that this spell actually makes you immune to corruption and makes it so that grasp only lasts for one cycle, and the damage from demonic foes is reduced. So I pretty much only really see that
That's
being
weird.
used against corruption and grasp.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that they just already added something that's like, oh, unless you use this, then it won't work at all.
Yeah. I mean, it is funny. Like, you're going to have to bring the runes if you want to, like, get out of those particular spells, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to actually be used that often. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
And moving on to the next couple, they're actually really important spells, I think, for Iron Man. It's going to be the offering spells. So in this patch, they made it so that you can actually collect and scatter ashes.
Yes. I actually found this out without reading the notes, because I was working on the quest and there was an imp in this little house that I was searching, and it was just annoying me that it was still there. So I killed it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it said like fiendish ashes on the ground, and I was like, what? So I picked them up and I was able to scatter them and get 10 prayer XP.
Yeah. So we're going to be going over all of the different ashes that are offered now, but this spell called Demonic Offering allows you to convert 3 sets of ashes into prayer points, and it gives you 3 times the base experience when you use this spell. So the only reason that this is important is because there's no way to use ashes on an altar or at the Ectofunctus.
Strange, I think.
Well, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, oh, but you praying bones makes sense, but it doesn't really make sense. So, Yeah, so there's no way to get a prayer multiplier on ashes except for this spell.
Hmm.
So I think that'll potentially be important for Iron Man.
So the spell will be used a lot.
Yeah. So on top of that, there's another one for bones as well, and it converts 3 sets of bones and gives you 300% of their base experience.
That's
So
great for Iron Man because they can't go to people's houses, huh?
exactly. So if
Nice.
you get 250% at someone's house with 2 altars lit, so this will allow you to get even more experience at the cost of some runes. So
I could even do this if I want for more experience.
yeah, it does cost a lot of runes though. It's 1 blood and 1 wrath. So
Oh, I don't even think
you're
I
gonna
have
have to
any
you're gonna
wrath.
have to be very high rune crafting or kill a lot of bosses as an Iron Man.
Yes.
Lastly, there's a section of spells called Other Spells. So these are just random utility spells.
Okay.
And so the first one is going to make it so you have a 15% chance, 40% if you're using a dodgy necklace, to avoid being stunned and damaged while pickpocketing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that could potentially be cool. I really doubt people are going to spend 5 earth, 5 fire, and 5 cosmic runes for this little bit of an improved chance.
How does that even work? Do you have to keep doing the spell every single time that you do it?
It says for a set amount of time, so however long that is.
Maybe not worth it then.
Yeah, it depends on
That
how
sounds
long it
like it
is.
should be a prayer, not a spell.
Yeah, because it's like you usually pickpocket for hours, so I don't know if several hundred cosmic runes is going to be worth it.
Yeah, agreed.
Because you can get a staff for earth and fire, obviously, the lava staff, but the cosmics are going to be expensive pretty quick.
Well, I guess not everyone is doing it to make money anyway. They're just trying to get it fast. So that might be faster.
Yeah. Maybe actually with pickpocketing, depending on who you pickpocket, it'll cancel out the cost. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But
Not where I'm pickpocketing, that's for sure.
yeah, exactly. Like if you're doing a master farmer, then it might be worth it. Or is it a master farmer? Yeah, I think so.
Master Farmer supposedly can make a lot per hour. I have not. Anytime I've done it, it's like once you're over a certain level, he doesn't hate you as much. And that's when you start making money.
Yeah, I think it's 72.
I'm over 72 and I still feel like I get smacked there.
I saw a picture recently and it showed the difference between pickpocketing a master farmer at 66 and at 72, and the difference was 10x the profit.
Well, that's kind of how it is everywhere. As you get better, it's obviously like easier and easier to pickpocket. But right now, I only just pickpocketed him once and I just got stunned right after that on my second try, and I am 81 thieving.
Yeah, I don't know why. Weird. Also, I wouldn't even attempt to pickpocket the master farmer without the thieving set, just because.
Which I don't have.
Yeah, it gives you double as much. So the next spell is going to be Dark Lure. It stops monsters from retreating during combat, including implings. So I am guessing that it'll make implings stay in place, so you can run up and get them real quick.
So they don't teleport on you?
Yeah, exactly.
Or do
So-
the implings teleport on you?
No, I
No,
think
they
they just run away.
move and it's annoying.
Yeah. So I think that's the only case you'll really use that. Go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
That sounds cool.
And so the next one is Vile Vigor. It converts all remaining prayer points into run energy at a 1-to-1 ratio. Honestly, it seems kind of lame.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be at a 2-to-1 ratio or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of agreed.
Like it should be 50 prayer for 100 run energy, because it's like, who is going to use a spell for the? Who's going to use a spell ever?
I was thinking it'd be nice for free to play because they can't use stamina potions.
They
And I was
can't-
like, oh, they can't have
they can't-
access to this quest.
Yeah, they can't use the quest or the spell book.
I don't know who exactly would use it. Maybe it's an Iron Man thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Could
don't
be.
know.
They can't buy potions, right?
Maybe there's going to be a really, really niche situation that you're next to an altar and are running out of run energy. That's the only way I would ever see this happening.
Or I mean, I used to always play and keep my prayer up like at all times. I wouldn't use my prayer for anything.
Yeah.
Like a fool. And I mean, back then I could have used it.
Yeah.
So there's people who probably play how I used to play.
Yeah. This next one also, I could definitely see being very useful potentially, but also potentially not, depending on what you're doing.
Okay.
So it's called Degrime, and it degrimes all the herbs in your inventory at once.
Does it give you the experience? For a book?
I do not know.
Oh.
All it says is cleans all grimy herbs in the player's inventory that the player has the herb lore level to clean. So
I,
potentially really cool.
I think it'd be really cool if it gave you all the experience. If not, I mean, there's probably niche reasons to use it, but I wouldn't need it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about. I actually didn't even think about the experience. That's a really good point. I was mainly thinking
Yeah.
about as a moneymaker because it costs
Oh.
2 nature runes to clean your whole inventory. So if you're making over 400 gold
Hmm.
in one inventory, then you can make that much gold in 1 second. So
That'd be
that's
kind
kind
of
of cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but combined with experience.
Yeah, especially early on. I actually cleaned grimy herbs for a long time.
We both did
Yeah,
for like hours.
yeah. And the next one's actually really cool. I told Michelle about it immediately because she's a farm god.
I
But it's
am.
called Resurrect Crops. You can go ahead and guess what it does.
What does it do?
It actually has an insane cost. It's 25 earth, 8 blood, 12 nature, and 8 soul runes.
Honestly, I get it though.
So that's like 30k in runes or
Yeah,
something.
but think of it like if it's a magic tree that you're
Yeah,
doing.
but it might not work. So what it does is it gives a chance for a dead farming patch to be brought back to life. And if the spell fails, the patch is cleared out.
So how does it decide if it's gonna fail or not?
I don't know. I think it's just chance. It's probably
Oh,
like a 50% chance or something.
I mean, I'll try it, but you
Yeah,
don't know.
I think for really expensive crops such as magic trees, like Michelle said, or dragon fruit or redwood, uh,
Or Celestrius too.
yeah,
There's quite a
celestials,
few expensive ones.
yeah, it might be worth it, but I don't know. It's cool, but I
I
don't
didn't
know if
realize
I'll
it was
use
so
it.
expensive because yesterday I'm trying harder to get Tangleroot. I'm like doing mushrooms and cactus and stuff now too. And I planted a mushroom yesterday and it can't be protected and today it was dead. So I was
Yeah,
like, oh, I could have used that. And I was like, I don't know if I would have.
yeah, that's really
I mean, I
expensive.
have a lot of extra spells from like different things I've been doing recently. Or sorry, I have a lot of extra different runes, I
Runes,
should
yeah,
say. But I wouldn't want to run out of them.
yeah,
So I don't know.
exactly. And for the final spell in the new up-to-date Arceus spellbook, it's gonna be Death Charge.
Love the
And
name.
yeah, it's pretty edgy and it's cool. It's pretty expensive. 1 blood, 1 death, and 1 soul rune. But what it does is it restores 15% of the player's special attack energy upon killing a monster.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
nice.
so that's potentially really cool. I wonder if you can like spam it. Like if you can just like kill a mob, use it again, kill a mob, use it again.
That'd be really sick.
It'd be really expensive. I don't know. A
Yeah,
lot.
but if you're not worried about money, then sick.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
if it's something that has like really good
Like
drops.
if you're an Iron Man, I guess this could, and it's a niche situation, it could be sick.
Yeah,
I don't
or
know.
if it's something that you make a lot of money, like I don't know, dragons or something.
Yeah,
Could be nice to just keep restoring it. Or demons because the arc light. I
yeah.
feel like you don't. Do you need 50% for arc light?
It could be really cool for bossing because you know how there's always in God Wars dungeons there's extra minions.
Oh yeah.
So you
So for
could
every one of
use,
those, you get an extra 15%. Is that how that works?
yeah, if you use it and then kill one and then use it and kill one, so you could potentially get
Ooh.
45% extra special attack on just the
Yeah,
minions.
that's totally worth it. And if you're doing the God Wars, you're probably gonna make that money back pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. So it definitely could be really useful for, but then you're gonna have to change the entire spellbook for that.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'd want to change my spell book.
Yeah. The point about it being really good for bossing was from the chat, so shout out to you guys.
Oh, is that where you first saw it?
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not looking at the screen just so you all know either.
Yeah.
I'm just still mining and like doing stuff on my account.
You're doing farm runs, huh?
No, I went to the Farmers Guild for a second. I already forgot why.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm gonna go back to mining.
Sick. And also, there's actually quite a big change to the Shazian area of Corinne. So they have an entire section talking about the Shazian rework. I don't really care about it, if I'm being frank. Um, I think it looks,
Frank.
I think it looks cool. I mean, they're saying like they're kind of like memeing that there's like a ton of tents and how has a 1,000-year-old city functioned in seemingly temporary accommodations all this time. I think that's a really good point.
They just like living like that.
Yeah, so they were in tents forever if you didn't know, and so they changed a lot of the Shazian houses to be made out of wood.
Oh, they have
And
buildings now? I
yeah,
haven't looked yet.
yeah, they have actual buildings. It's a little bit different navigating through it, and it looks a lot more official.
Oh, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks a lot more official. They have a lot of pictures of it, so you can see here it doesn't look like all scattered and weird. So they also moved the arc. No, they didn't move the architect, I don't think, but they moved the Lord of Shazia. So if you are doing the Kingdom Divided quest, you're gonna have to look around for him for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Or you don't have to look around. He's like in a different building though.
I
So
don't think I've gotten to that part
yeah.
yet.
They also added some new mobs. Not really important, but they added a new boar.
I feel like that's extremely important to
Yeah,
me.
the new boar mob is level 5 and it's to the west of Corinne Castle. It's pretty cute. You can
They're
see all the
so
little
cute.
baby boars
Wish I
there.
could have a little baby boar pet.
Yeah, baby boars would probably be one of the coolest pets because herbivore is currently one of the coolest pets. So I just think it's
Fair.
like another
And a
version of
baby
that.
one would be even cuter.
Yeah, exactly. So on top of that, they also introduced another new mob called the Necromancer, level 54.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, as well as the Lynx, level 64. Just kind of looks like a bobcat.
Looks like a little saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah,
Not a tiger, just a saber-toothed animal.
just a saber-toothed kitty cat.
Looks like a bobcat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with
Yeah,
here,
there we
huh?
go.
Yeah.
And so now we've made it down to the part of the notes where they talk about the Ash and the Ash Sanctifier. So they said that they wanted to make demonic creatures a little bit more beneficial because obviously currently there is no benefits. They actually have some of the worst drops in the game besides
God,
their
I hate
alkables.
them.
So you'll be able to scatter ashes and receive prayer experience similar to burying bones. Zealot robes have no effect on demonic ashes, and ash cannot be offered at prayer altars or used at the Ectofunctus. So, like I said earlier, there is no possible way to get an XP multiplier for prayer on ashes besides that spell.
So you have to do the quest.
Yeah, if you want to actually use ashes as a legitimate prayer leveling technique.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would break down there is 5 different levels of ashes. The first being fiendish ashes, which give you 10 XP. These come from all the lesser mobs. Vile ashes, which give you 25 XP. These come from lesser demons, greater demons, hellhounds, and all of those kind of mobs. And so for the next one, it's going to be called the Malicious Ashes, which give you 65 experience and come from enemies such as Necreals and Black Demons. And second to last is the Abyssal Ashes. They give 85 experience and come from only Abyssal Demons and the Abyssal Sire. Pretty lame, honestly.
Never even been to this.
I'll tell you in a second why that's lame. And the highest level ashes are called Infernal Ashes. They give 110 experience and they come from Cerberus, Krill Sutzeroth, Skotizo, and Zalcano.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be all the ashes. I think that's pretty good. Do they give as much as Dragon Bones? Only the best one.
I don't even know how much Dragon Bones do when you're not at the altar, honestly.
I think Dragon Bones give like 100.
Oh, okay. So only the boss ones, which is kind of weird.
Let me check actually. I have a calculator right here. Prayer. Dragon Bones give 72 experience. So actually, the Abyssal Ashes from Abyssal Demons, as well as Infernal Ashes, give better experience than Dragon Bones. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they're a lot harder to get.
So why is the Abyssal annoying?
The Abyssal one is dumb because Abyssal Sire is one of the harder bosses in the game, in my opinion. And he only gives the second best ashes.
Rather than the first.
Yeah. Which is pretty lame, I think, in my opinion. I mean,
But
obviously.
Is he a boss? I thought he was a superior variant.
Abyssal Sire is the boss.
Oh, he should be up with the rest of them. That's kind of odd.
That's where you get the what's it called? You can get a pet from him too.
I was gonna say the whip.
Yeah, you can get the whip from any Abyssal demon, but you can get the Abyssal dagger from any demon, but he's the only one that drops the Abyssal bludgeon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of lame. All the other ones are cool, but whatever. I guess it's not going to be used by a lot of people anyways because you can't bring it to an altar, but I guess that's pretty interesting for whoever plans on using it.
Yeah, I'm only going to use it with the next thing that you're about to talk about.
Yes, exactly. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Ash Sanctifier. If you're familiar at all with the item Bone Crusher, it is exactly the same except for ashes. This allows you to automatically scatter ashes whenever you kill an enemy that drops them. And
it also gives you a prayer bonus when you're in Corinne as well.
Exactly. So it gives you a amount of prayer XP you would normally gain from manually scattering, but half of it. So if you would normally get 100, you're going to get 50 anytime you use this item. And on top of that, it says in order to unlock this item, you need to complete the Corinne and Kebo's hard achievement diary. And if you complete the elite, then you'll be getting 100% of the prayer XP that you normally would.
I'm glad I already finished the hard one. I'm not going to finish the elite for a while. I think you need very, very high Slayer for that.
Yeah, I think you need to kill Hydras for that.
I thought it was a
Or-
Sire.
Is it Sire?
I am checking right now. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that would be even harder. Honestly, I think I would hate having to do Sire.
Oh no, you have to kill a Hydra, which you have to be 95 Slayer.
Nice.
But you're able to boost for that one.
That's the highest level Slayer mob in the game.
You also have to do a Chamber of Xeric's raid.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also have to chop some redwoods, which I am not that high wood cutting yet.
Yeah, that is a very high wood
Those
cutting.
are the 3 things I have left.
Yeah, Corinne has like some of the most insane requirements, honestly.
For sure.
And so that's going to be about it for the Sanctifier. What's cool is you can charge it with death runes instead of ecto tokens like you have to do for the Bone
Oh.
Crusher, so it's a lot less annoying charging it.
Yeah, I've only gone and charged it once, and thankfully I always forget to bring it with me. The only place I use the Bone Crusher is in the Corinne dungeons, but I hate recharging it, so I'm actually glad that I keep forgetting it.
Okay. And Prestige says that Sire isn't that bad. I don't know. I feel like you're lying, but respect. Honestly, I just suck at bosses. So unless it's Vorkath, I just feel like all bosses are hard. But,
Even with Warcath, I think all bosses are kind of hard.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to do Sire eventually, so I'm sure we'll get it.
No one said that.
I'm sure we'll get it for a task
We
or
don't
something.
have to do it eventually.
Well, I want to. I want to eventually, at some point or another. Oh yeah, one really cool trick though about the Ash Sanctifier is, if you don't know, you probably do, but if you are bursting to gain experience or money for magic down in the Corinne Underground, previously you could only use the Bone Crusher if you were killing Dust Devils, but now if you are bursting Necros, you can actually use the Sanctifier, and it's going to work against them, allowing you to stay and do your trips for much longer.
That's so cool. I just finished my 1,000 Necreals.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot easier to stay there for a really long time if you want to. It's going to make your
I
prayer
didn't
last a
even
lot
think
longer.
about that.
Yeah,
That's a bummer.
yeah. So moving on, the competition winners. Of course, like we said earlier, the competition winner for the login screen is the really cool blue clan one. Or is it? It looks like the clan portal, but I think they wanted it to be like Corinne themed.
I think it's Corinne themed. I don't think that's the clan.
But that does look like the clan portal, right?
I think it's just supposed to be more like Arceus. You know, Arceus is very like blue and everything.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. But that's from Need Plums. Shout out to Need Plums. They did a really
Shout
good job.
out.
Also, the winner of the best video for the video competition is by Evil Robert. I haven't checked it out, but I'm guessing it's pretty cool because it won the competition. So
And it's your namesake.
yeah, it is my namesake.
Your evil twin.
So go check it out as well. Also, there's one final part to the patch notes that I am not going to be covering because I don't know what any of these things mean.
Oh, source. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can go over it and check out some things that could potentially be cool, but there's a ton of stuff from Poll 75 that they're going to change about Chambers of Xeric.
Oh, yeah, no. Can't relate to any of this.
Yeah, so we haven't done Chambers of Xeric, so unfortunately we can't tell you how sick or not sick any of these changes are.
Yeah.
But there
sorry.
are, if I had to guess, around 10 bullet points worth of changes to quality of life things for Chambers of Xeric. So you can go check that out at the links below. I'm guessing if you do Chambers of Xeric, you already know about these changes.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Let us know if they're good or not.
yeah, let us know if it's
We have no
worth it.
idea.
I guess one thing that I do know is they made it so a pickaxe spawn has been added to all of these Stone Guardian rooms, which you have to use a pickaxe to kill them. I'm guessing that's pretty cool, but most people just bring dragon axes anyways, or dragon pickaxes. So, yeah, I guess there's like small things like that that they added. One final thing that I wanted to talk about is they have a few extra things they changed at the bottom of the patch notes, and One is that the Saradomin themed Theater of Blood ornament kits that you put onto Theater of Blood weapons now work for the appropriate faction in the God Wars dungeon. So, for instance,
Oh.
if you bring a Saradomin themed Sanguinesti staff, now it'll work as a Saradomin protected item.
So the followers of Sarah don't want to attack you.
Exactly.
That must have been so frustrating for a couple weeks there. People being like, "Oh, well, I have like the most crazy expensive Saradomin island."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, it doesn't count."
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you are lucky enough to do that, then I don't know. I don't know what else you would bring. I mean, I don't think most people don't bring the rapier or the scythe to
I
Saradomin.
think they just bring random small things that don't really matter.
Yeah,
Like
well,
in your,
I mean, because it would only work for Saradomin in particular. So, I think maybe people would bring Sanguinesti, but most people just use the blowpipe at Saradomin.
Okay. Well, I was thinking whenever you're in the general dungeon area and you have to kill the followers.
Yeah,
that's
true.
when you would want to be holding something.
True. So yeah, if you plan on bringing a rapier that is Saradomin themed, then that might help you out.
Yeah.
Besides that, though, I think that is going to be about it. I mean, there's a lot of minor changes that we didn't go over, and of course, all the Chambers of Xeric stuff. So, like I have said a few times, check out the description below if you want to see all of the full patch notes and be fully informed and up to date.
Yeah, we only do the big boys.
Yeah.
Not the little ones.
Pretty much. So, I think that's going to be about it. But, Michelle, do you have anything coming up in the next week?
Ugh, just mining.
Just mining?
I'm over it.
Yeah, she's been mining this entire podcast, so.
I've been in the gym mine. Every time I say it, I think of gym, like, working out gyms.
Yeah, you're just gonna go
just
do
getting
some squats.
Swole, getting yacked.
Getting yacked in the gym mine.
So I've just been on the gym mine, like, this entire time, and it's been, an hour, and I've only gotten 10.7 thousand experience.
Yeah, it's a real
To be fair, I'm also
life.
not doing it the most efficient way because we are recording a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I could get up to 82, and I'll try just using my dragon pickaxe to boost. And I swear to God, if someone PKs me again, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. I really want to finish the Wilderness Elite by next week, but we'll see how that goes. Because I've mentioned before, I have another podcast that I'm actually recording 2 episodes for tomorrow that I have not finished researching for either episode, so I have a lot to do after this.
Yeah, you have a lot on your plate.
And I have to edit this. So, yeah, that's my only goal for the week, really. Just working on the Wilderness Elite and finishing the quest so I can start using my quest cape again.
Awesome. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to shout out to Shooting Stars is they give you a lot of clue scrolls, like beginning ones and sometimes easy, medium, hard too. So I've been doing a lot of clue scrolls. I have like 81 beginner done.
I wonder what the chance is.
I don't know. I feel like I get beginner like every single one, and I just go and do it in between rocks. Beginner, obviously, you don't get that cool of drops, but
I mean, you have the chance of getting like the Cape of Skulls, I think.
I think that's easy.
Oh, is that easy?
Yeah, because I looked it up. I mean, I could get like the Steel Baguette or something, which is like 300k, and I take it. It's more than I get from like most things.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, so just been doing that. So just shooting stars to get my mining and then working on wilderness.
Awesome.
But, what about you?
I am going to continue doing Alk Agility and hopefully finishing the video for that sometime probably next week if I'm being honest. And then I'm going to work on your videos, so there's going to be some of Michelle's videos coming out potentially even this week.
Yeah.
And again, of course, I'm going to have the video that I have scheduled today. It actually came out 9 minutes ago, so you can go check that out. And yeah, this was also, again, all done on live stream, so make sure to check out our socials and stream info down below.
Yeah, and I'm hopefully going to be investing in a webcam soon, so I can stream as well. I have a webcam on my computer, but it doesn't work, and we don't know why.
Yeah. It's pretty hype. We do have, I mean, like, literally 10 people watching us right now, which is pretty lit.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I wasn't that interested in streaming until we went to Best Buy the other day, and I hate to be that person. I am going to buy the pink cat ear headphones because I need them in my life. And as soon as I saw them, I was like, well, time to start streaming so I could justify this purchase because they are expensive, man.
They are. They're like regular headphones. Literally the regular version of these headphones are above it. They cost $80. The cat version, that literally only difference is that it has cat ears,
Is that the only difference, or is it also because it comes with the headset? Does it come with the headset
They
normally?
both come with a headset, and the difference is it costs $180 or something like that. So it's like literally an extra $100 for the cat ears,
It's not an extra $100.
isn't it?
I was looking at the prices.
Oh, I
No,
think it's an
like
extra $80.
I don't know, it's like 20.
No way.
You were looking at used. You must have been. I was looking at them with and without. It was like 100 versus like 120
All
or
right.
something like
Well,
that. I don't know.
way,
Either way, it's expensive,
it costs too much for cat ears, is what I'm saying.
but they're really cute. So I might just do it anyway because I do dumb stuff all the time.
Either way, I guess the consensus is that we've been upping our stream game. So if you want to stop by, feel free to stop by.
Again, all you could see is my arm in this, but I'm here.
Yeah, shouts out to everyone that came by. Also, if you want to join our clan, you can look us up on World 301. We're there all the time. I actually just missed someone that is trying to join the clan. Oh, someone literally just joined our clan, so that could be you.
Cool. And you can also follow us on Instagram. That's Bunebape. Our YouTube is also Bunebape. We have over 100 videos by now, I'm pretty sure.
No, we do, yeah.
Yeah, we have over 100 videos. And you can follow us on Twitter, which is Bunebape OSRS. Our Twitter and Instagram are just like a lot of memes that I just find on Reddit and reshare.
Yeah, they're pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, go check out the memes and my lackluster captions.
Also, speaking of Bunebape OSRS, that is our friends chat. So if you want to drop by our friends chat and not make the commitment to a clan, you can do that with Bunebape OSRS. It's open to everyone.
Yeah, or if you're having a hard time finding where to join our clan, just hit us up in there. We are unfortunately online basically all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And if not, I mean, probably someone else could help you out. We have some pretty experienced members in the clan now.
Definitely.
Yeah, we have a few people that are several hundred skill total levels higher than me, so it's kind of embarrassing. We have a lot more experienced players than myself.
Yeah.
But
and also, I was gonna say this. I don't even think it matters. I was gonna say if you don't like to speak English, we have no problem using Google Translate.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess people could listen to this and be like, "Oh, I hate typing in English," you know.
There are a couple Spanish speakers in the clan, which I don't like mind or anything like that, but they usually end up leaving, and it makes sense because I feel like they would want a natively speaking Spanish clan.
Yeah, I've just been using Google Translate. Someone like friended me too, and I've just been talking to them. I know a couple words. Like we live in Southern California, so I like did some lessons on Duolingo before.
Yeah, so we try, but it's definitely obviously not the same as native speaking.
Yes,
so.
But we'll try our best. If any of you don't want to speak English, we don't care. We'll try.
Yeah, like I said, it's welcome to everyone. And
yeah.
This outro is going on for way too long, so I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
I'll see you all next time.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.